What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to reveal our brand new 2025 Toyota GR86. And yes, I said brand new because we bought this with 1,700 miles. 1,700 miles. Anyway, we're going to talk about this, but I also want to address a comment that was sent over to me from another subscriber who seen Randy from Auto Auction Rebuilds implying that I did something to him yet again. So let's get into the video. So this is our 2025 Toyota GR86 that we recently purchased. We've had this now about 2 weeks. I was going to make a video on it, but haven't really had the time. And since Monday, I've been driving this car myself every single day because my Jeep, as you guys notice, is not here in the garage, is in the shop. And a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh, it's got lifter failure. Nope. No lifter failure, but it does have another common issue, and that is the evaporator core. And for those of you that have ever had to have your evaporator core replaced on a vehicle, you know that is a royal pain in the you-know-what. Anyway, while that's in the shop, I've been driving my husband's car, and a lot of fun to drive. Super small. Great on gas compared to the Jeep. This thing is averaging about 26.7 miles per gallon. This is, like I said, the GR86. So let's take a look at the inside of this. Let's take a look at the engine, and let's talk about the drama with Randy, who seems to not be able to keep my name out of his mouth. So this is the interior of the GR86. Now, a lot of you guys probably are aware that this vehicle is actually made by Subaru. Let me cover up the VIN there because the creepers. But this is a vehicle that was mass produced by Toyota and Subaru. At one point, these were considered Scions, but my husband fell in love with this car, and who am I to tell him that it's too damn small and let's not get it? So getting into the car, it has the push button start down here. This is an automatic. He does not know how to drive a manual shift, so we did get an automatic. But this is the interior. We bought it with 1,723 miles. It's got about 1954 on it now. I personally have put 116 of those miles on this vehicle. A lot of fun to drive. A lot of fun to drive. Let's close the door so you guys can see the MPGs on this bad boy. Right now we're averaging 26.6 miles per gallon. Now this one isn't fully loaded. It doesn't have navigation. I don't even know if these come with navigation, but it does have the Apple CarPlay. If you plug in the cord, it doesn't have wireless Apple CarPlay, which is kind of a disappointment. It does have all of the typical Subaru features like the heads-up display, or I think it's called EyeSight is what it's called. Tons of different options on it. Power windows, power door locks. This is for the trunk, if you want to call it that. It's not much back there. You've got the decent-sized glove compartment and a non-existent back seat. The back seat is ridiculous. The one complaint that I do have about this vehicle is there's no cigarette lighter. So there's no way for you to plug anything in unless you use these little cords here. And those, to me, are a pain in the ass. Tons of cup holders. You have this one. You've got one in each door. And then if you pop this open, you've got two in here that we're just kind of keeping some junk in. Overall, it's a great car. I really like it. It does not have a sunroof, which is fine. He actually prefers it not to have a sunroof. So that is pretty much the interior of this GR86. And if I can find where in the hell the trunk release, there it is, hood release. Let's go take a look at this hood. So this is a Subaru Boxer 2.4 liter naturally aspirated flat Boxer 4-cylinder. This produces 228 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque at 3,700 RPMs, 0 to 60 in 6.6. Has 21 miles per gallon city, 30 miles per gallon highway. You only have about a 13.2 gallon tank, and the car comes in at a whopping 2,851 pounds. So taking a look at this, obviously this vehicle has never been, as we call in the car world, molested. It's never had anything done to it. It's all completely natural. I don't even think it's actually even had its first oil change. So the story on this vehicle was there was a 64-year-old man who bought this vehicle. This was his weekend car. He bought it in November of last year and finally registered it in December. And he traded it in July the 28th, and we bought it July the 31st. So it's been a lot of fun to drive so far, but she is small. Now, taking a look at these wheels, the tires are 215/45/17. These are the factory alloy wheels that come on the vehicle. And let's take a look at this little tiny trunk. This is all that there is to the trunk. There is not much in here. And as a matter of fact, I've never looked. It's got this mat in here. I don't even know if it has a spare tire. No, it doesn't. It has the fix-a-flat and the wheel lock thing back here. And that is it. So you have no spare tire in these bad boys at all. Now this one is the premium. So this one comes with the fancy little spoiler. It comes with a bunch of extra quirks like the LED headlights and so forth and so on. The one thing that I love about it is the lines in the grille. This is a slick looking car. Very slick looking car. Now, my husband ended up trading in his Volkswagen Tiguan because after all of the issues that I had with mine, he decided that he didn't want to deal with that when he started getting higher miles on it. So we traded it in. It had about 13,000 miles on it. That vehicle was completely paid for. So they gave us $25,000 as a trade-in value on that. This car was listed at, I believe, $32,900. So we financed about $9,400 on this. Our payment on this came out to be $224 a month after we added a wheel and tire protection and a paint and Jesus Christ, I'm gonna leave that in there. A paint and dent plan on there. So if you get any dents or scratches or anything like that, we can take it back and it'll be fixed. That is it for the GR86. Now let's get into what we were going to talk about with Randy, and this is going to be a doozy. Let me get upstairs so we can talk about this. So as most of you guys know that follow Esor World, you know that last year in June, Randy and I and TK all had this big public drama, if you will. And it stemmed from somebody who claimed to be a very good friend of mine, TK, and he made up a bunch of lies. And he did it not only to me, but he did it to Randy as well. And he was running back and feeding me a bunch of bullshit and telling me things to try to stir the pot and cause issues between Randy and I. And then he was running back to Randy and telling Randy a bunch of stuff to stir the pot and cause issues, you know, vice versa. So during all of that, I found a weakness in Randy's entire setup, and that was he was not trademarked. And I know he put out a video claiming that he had implied trademark or something like that. That only applied to the state in which he was doing business in. Anywhere else, it was free game. And at the time, I was living in Chicago. And so I did. I filed for the trademark against his name out of spite and to cause him problems, because the stuff that I was being told by our mutual friend made him look like an asshole, to be quite frank. And so I absolutely did. The other thing I did was I went and bought AutoAuctionRebuilds.com, AARAutosalesLLC.com, and AARAutosales.com. Now, after Randy and I had the opportunity to speak and we realized that the common denominator in all of the drama and all the lies and all the bullshit was one TK, we cut out the middleman. He and I started talking and we realized that we really didn't have a problem with one another. The problem was the third party who was stirring the pot and causing shit. So we cut out the middleman. We talked. We worked our differences out. We were fine, or so I thought. And I even offered to sign over all 3 of the websites to him. No money. Was going to give them to him. Just they were through the GoDaddy platform. Was going to sign them over. No problem. No questions asked. They were his names, his brand. It was going to give them to him. No problem. Well, he said he didn't want them. AutoAuctionRebuilds.com was already built. I had built the site out. It was very nicely laid out. It was showcasing some of his better videos and some videos that he had gotten like really high views on. And it was a fantastic website. I really put some thought into it when I did it, and it was a very nice website. Anyway, I offered to give him all 3. He declined. So I finally killed the website, but I kept the domains because I had bought the domains for 1 year. And so he never took the sites. So I put them up for auction. I put them up for auction on GoDaddy. And somebody bought them. Now, when you buy a domain or sell a domain through GoDaddy, we don't see who it is that bought it. So being 100% honest with you, I haven't a clue who bought it. I have an idea, but I don't have a clue. I really don't know if my instincts are correct and the person that I'm thinking probably did it because he's a prick, went and did it or not. I have no idea. But I can tell you, I personally do not own the domains anymore. I haven't in several months. And so I have no say-so in Randy getting AARautosales.com or AARautosales.LLC.com. I don't own them. I don't have them. I haven't had them in months. The problem that I have is I have a lot of followers that or subscribers that are here on Esor World that continue to send me links to videos that Randy has mentioned me in or mentioned me in a roundabout way without mentioning my name. I get comments sent to me all the time where a lot of his subscribers talk to me or talk about me by name in his comments. And at the end of the day, I really don't fucking care if you guys talk about me because if I'm living rent-free in your head, that's fine with me because at least I'm being talked about. The problem that I have was Randy and I went to this agreement or had this agreement that we were going to just stop talking about each other. And that means implied conversations as well. So I guess since Randy's going to continue to speak about me on his channel, I guess I should continue to speak about him on mine because it only makes it right, correct? I mean, it's only fair. You know, the thing that just blows me away is for a straight man, he is such a drama queen. Such a drama queen. I mean, I knew I was drama. I knew that the shit that I posted on my channel was dramatic at times. But his videos are so fucking dramatic. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this.
Website. Unfortunately, somebody stole they tried to steal my trade name, and I ended up having to kind of go fight with the United States Patent Office to actually patent, or trademark, I'm sorry, the United States Patent and Trademark Office, I think is what it's called, but I actually have trademarked my name now, so other people, this can't happen again. Someone cannot come out and try to steal my name and pretend that they're me, or claim that they're me. So now that that's done, I would probably like to launch a website and have all my inventory with prices and everything on the website. But the domain name that I would have used, that person that was screwing around with me, they took that name. So I'm not really sure where I want to. And then we have a scammer online that's also using my name down here, and they're actually taking money from people. and selling cars that they don't even own. Cars that I don't own, they don't own. They're just making stuff up and taking people's money.
By the way, I also want to mention that the reason he was able to get his trademark was because I reached out to the company that was doing the trademark for me and canceled it. He also got that email proving that I canceled it so he could go get it. Not really such a bad guy after all, am I? But God forbid listening to him tell it it's the end of the fucking world. So as you can see from that, yeah, he didn't mention me by name, but he mentioned me in a roundabout way. Everybody knows who he was talking about because I had 4 messages in 24 hours from his subscribers emailing me and saying, "Hey, did you see Randy was talking about you?" Yeah, I seen. I didn't care. Wasn't going to comment about it. But I kept having people message me saying, "You should probably address this. You should probably say something about this." So here's my video, say something about it. Randy, if you're watching this, I thought we were better than this. I thought we were done with this shit. This is TK level drama and bullshit. You're much better than this. I am too. So I don't know why we're continuing to do this. Everybody knows what happened last year, and we moved past it. You and I spoke, and it was supposed to be done. So I don't know why you continue to make your little snide comments and your snide remarks, because at the end of the day, a lot of your subscribers are messaging me and they're laughing. They think it's fucking hilarious that you're so dramatic. So you're making yourself look like a fool. You've got your new dealership that you're trying to get up and running. Why don't you focus on that and leave me the fuck alone? Anyway, guys, y'all have a great day. I hope you guys liked the video on the GR86, and I hope that this video cleared up how I feel about Randy from Auto Auction Rebuilds. Y'all have a great day.